welcome everyone once again to another stream of Warhammer Total War. I am very excited to be continuing this campaign, and that is something that I want to make sure we do on all our streams moving forward. I don't want to abandon the streams that we've been doing in the past and leave it without any conclusions when we can very much do it. So today I will be picking up where we left off with the Dwarfs. We will be campaigning against the mighty greenskin tribes in the south, trying to wipe them off that flank so I can continue my campaign north. It shouldn't be too long to do that. Like I said on the last one, I just want to get the greenskin tribes gone so that I can move into the harder regions, which is up north, and get ready to weather the onslaught of the Chaos tribes. So I did just take over one of the dwarf sub-factions, the Karakazul, and I am now going to be looking to fortify that position. I know I'm going to continue to lose a few settlements on the way, unfortunately. That's just how it's gonna roll, but I'll be fine. I need to have some of my armies swiftly regenerate their troops to send in the reinforcements. I've got a few grudges going as well that I need to end before they start to really affect me. That undead one is going to be a little bit annoying. Once I wipe out the crooked moon tribes, that's going to be gone though, so we won't be too far off. There's not really much else I can do, so let's just skip this turn and crack on in. Looks like the vampire counts are actually going to do alright. They're actually not too bad to play, the vampire counts. Oh no, this is going to be such an up and down battle. Can I do it? Or should I just retreat? Oh my gosh. So many things going through my head. They just outnumber me quite a lot. Got long beds and lots of archers though. But I'm gonna play it safe. I could be overly aggressive, but there's not a lot of point all the time doing stuff like that. It's sometimes better to not lose an entire army, which would take quite a while to overcome. I really need to get some of these people up. Raid prevented. No, I would prefer in a situation like that to maintain my settlement leadership, especially considering if I don't do something about these grudges soon, I'm gonna be struggling to amazing. It's definitely gonna mean that I'm gonna lose places. Gradtamin is a walled settlement, so I actually am pretty confident, unless he's got some really big dudes in that army, that I'll hold off these savage orcs coming my way. Don't have enough income at the moment to recruit any new armies, but that's okay. That is okay. I'm not actually that worried at all. So,
together we're stronger.
As I was talking about in the previous one, I'm looking to see if I can do any more confederations, or get them to give me money by doing things like this and offering them alliances. Give me all your money. I can actually use money right now quite badly. Not because I'm in desperate
And what can the
situations, but
Dowie
because
do
I
for
like
you?
to expand faster. Still got so many greenskins to wipe out. To wipe off the face of the old world. The other thing that greenskins can do though is every now and then there will be an event called the Savage Tribes Rise, and a random greenskin army will appear. So I've got to be very well aware of that. And when I do have the Badlands, which is this overall area on the map, conquered, I actually am going to have to leave an army or two here because when the Chaos Tribes attack, most of them come from the north, but there's a tribe called the Bjornlings who will come with like 3 or 4 armies down here. So, got to be very aware. But I'm looking forward to fighting a battle soon. Even if it's a nice easy one where I can just wipe them out. I'm not a very good ally. And here we go. Here. Oh, and the wire is coming. I'm gonna lose Black Iron Mine. I'm gonna have to try bring this army around to hold Black Crag. I'm gonna need to hold a walled settlement against that many orcs. Oh, what a silly thing to do. I'm not gonna waste my time showing 1,000 odd dudes fighting one guy. And one guy who's low on health. Fearful. Borgrim fights Grudgebearer is not a fearful person. What are you talking about? Honor is all. Look, some of these things I don't understand why. But the outcome is the same. Borgrim Grudgebearer. I shall give the High King. Because he is the High King. Still not ready to assault the settlement. One thing that's quite funny in Warhammer Total War compared to some of the other Total Wars that are out there, the towers of settlements actually outrange the majority of siege equipment, which is not good. I don't even need to make a military camp out of these settlements, so I'm going to stack the money making. Bring this troop back. Let's make that army stronger so I can wipe these bloody spears off the face of the map. Should have had that army tunneling, but that's okay. So again, it's not a super eventful turn. In 1 or 2 turns it will be though. How long until this settlement? So I need to wait 3 turns. You know what? I just don't have the only reason I'm raiding here, if anyone's curious, is because this army was one of the ones I inherited when I took over for Karak Azul, and there is no combat troops in that army. And even though dwarves are very good at range, it's not smart to try and go and take on an army with combat troops with no combat troops. Unless you're the Wood Elves.
Aye. Let's hear what you have to say.
Who I'm just probably not gonna fight in this campaign.
Aye. Let's hear what you have.
So again, just because I've confederated, I can't confederate with any of the dwarves right now. I need to wait for 2 turns before that's a thing again.
Ready access. Follow Dowie.
They're gonna ask me this all the time. So that group of greenskins are up here. If they're going to give me money, I'm going to take it, but I'm not going to be able to help them out anytime soon. Unfortunately, guys, this is another not entertaining battle. I promise we will get into a proper battle soon, but I don't want to do something where it's just horribly unentertaining. Man, his army recovered so quickly, considering when they did assault Caracazor, we took out 1,000 odd dudes. Whoa, those greenskins, they must have some decent troops to take on a Clan Angrum army like that. Zufar is going into the Vampire Count's territory, which means they're just going to be getting attrition left, right and centre. There is no food to take when you assault the Vampire Counts. Look at this. Give me all the money. Everland, give me all the money. Go away. So, I am over my grudge limit. That is not good. I'm gonna have to do some rapid degrudging. Oh, can I get there? Oh yes, that's what I needed. So if this army hops into Black Crag, I'll be able to take on the that do assault. Next turn I'll be taking Crag 8 Peaks, and then I will be on the move again. Woohoo! Woo-woo!
Shoulder axes, lads. We move.
Okay. Got quite a bit of money. I do want to upgrade that army, but it's also important for me to upgrade my settlements. That still gives me enough to get a few units. What? Ah. So I need to take them out of the tunneling stance. So tunneling's really good because it makes me avoid terrain. And a lot of the time can just help me avoid armies and stuff full stop. But you can't recruit in the tunneling stance, so I need to take that army out of there next turn. Luckily, I will be able to get rid of a grudge in the next round as well, because I need to avoid bad things happening to me. Look at that, they're not going after their ex-capital.
Do not sully my presence any longer than you must.
Look at that. I'm gonna ask for more money. I will be fighting the Vampire Council at some point. And look at that. Get an alliance, and then they're like, yo, can you come help us out? Things aren't going well here. We can't take any of these settlements because all of our people are dying.
What?
And that's why it's so hard to fight the Chaos Way sometimes, because it just takes so long to cut through them. So long.
Grudges will be settled.
Okay. Bring me the cannons. And some blasting mine. I wouldn't mind keeping those guys pretty safe right now. So, now that attrition is set in, I can do good things, which is just in time. I actually... that Dwarf army, that Orc army is going to be pretty full on. pretty full on.
Grimnir's axe thirsts.
So I have updated to the second one. There's not much point of me doing that right now. It's better to make this Wargrim just a beast in combat to take on the biggest, baddest orc of them all, Grimgor Ironhide. So I keep telling you I don't like growth based settlements, right? But in this case, I do like them because I need to grow.
Attack. Move.
And that's why they're going to crack 8 peaks, because they can't get through the forest even by tunnels. The greenskin tribes can also tunnel. Which is another reason why when you play them, they just grow so ridiculously fast. So if they assault crack 8 peaks this turn, I'm glad I have walls, but as you can see, they are slightly broken. So it's going to be an interesting fight, to say the least. And I have no garrison yet because I just took that settlement. But look how many, there's no point pointing at the screen, but you can see to the left how many will come into the garrison if they do give me, if I can somehow scrape together a turn. Which I will not be able to. I'm not going to go down without a fight in this battle. I am going to do the best I can. Unfortunately, once I beat this army, if I can beat this army, I have a war coming, which is just, it's going to be very full on. I think that is all I can say. There's not a heck of a lot of strategy to defending walls besides defend every single bit of the wall you can.
Dwarf warriors.
Oh,
The clans unite. Down. Yes, vengeance. Kill orcs. Vengeance. Hammerers. Ranged firepower ready. Ready. We stand put. War and vengeance. Grudge thrower. They have wronged us. Grudge thrower. Warhammer. Kazoo. Kazoo vengeance. Yes.
so I'm going to be firing more or less into my own troops in this battle in my desperation to try and hold off the enemies. I'm a bit worried about being flanked, even though I've got a lot of units, because they have been hammered so bad and I have to cover such a big breach. I'm hoping that they don't even try break through my gate, because if they do break through that gate, I'm going to be flanked terribly. So I paused straight away because I need to get some target priorities. Really, more than anything, I want to take out these Black Hawks. I just don't know with that angle how well that's going to go. Okay, wish me luck, everyone. I'm going to need it this round. I'm going to need to, more than anything, just take this guy out. If I can do that, I'm going to have a lot more luck. Good thing, these towers are good though. These towers are a lot more upgraded than I was expecting. Which means I absolutely need to demolish these troops in combat. Fulcrum Brudgebearer I will bring to this side. So as you can see, they are going to be climbing my towers quite fast. Meanwhile, I'm actually doing 100% fine on the breaches. I'll send another hero to help out Fulgrim. Because the faster I can take out their general, the better chance I have of winning this. I'm really surprised that they've gone up the wall. And I need to get some troops over there to start fighting them, because otherwise it's not going to go crash hard. So I wish it was go for a mad flank. Yeah, yeah. I would love to. It's just I think they're mad flanking me. Look, they even broke through my gate. We're Black Hawks. the best situation is this one here. I can now bring my heroes, who are pretty important. There you go, Carl. Mad flank coming on their archers. I'm not an advocate of friendly fire, but you know, sometimes what's got to be done is got to be done. And let's try to get one more mad flank going for Carl the OG Graves. Okay, with Grimgor gone, they are gone. Good news, guys. Now, let's get their nasty skulkers. I honestly don't know how they recruited these guys. I need to check out the tech tree on how to get nasty skulkers next time I play as orcs, because they're one of the units that I personally loved from the tabletop game, and I'm very surprised that you can get them. Well, let's end the battle, because I'm not going to chase these guys down with my stunties. Look at that. Look at that. If they had just smashed into my front with their overwhelming numbers and put a few units around the side rather than all of them around the side, could have gone a lot better for them. Now let's see if their War can hit me. I really hope it can't. Because... Yes! Yes! Things are looking good, because I am going to be getting some numbers to help out the good king, Fulgrim Grudgebearer. Oh, I got a grudge again? So many grudges. I would rather offend another dwarf tribe than have to worry about good stuff. Now I've even got garrison, even though they won't be full garrisons, they'll be partial. I've got them. Can't say I don't. And look at that, I'm getting some troops back too. This is this tide is going to swing in my favor with these two forces. They probably will spend the time just assaulting this army because it's not behind the walls, but I don't even mind. Honestly, no problems. No problems with that. Additional 15 growth. Oh, that's pretty good, but to be honest, I'm growing as fast as I can with the amount of money I'm earning. Time to start taking the fight back soon. Like I say, that's the one issue with a confederation. Great to do, but if you're in the middle of a pretty full-on war,
let's hear what you have to say.
I can confederate with Zufbar, and
have you come to pledge me your loyalty?
That's going to be good. But yeah, if you're in the middle of a war and you end up confederating, sometimes it's not as big as an advantage as otherwise. I'm going to confederate with Barakvar because it just consolidates my hold in the Badlands. I really kind of want to do it with Zufbar and spread into this territory, but I'm going to have enough time, I think.
Honor to your ancestors.
By the time Chaos come. And they can give me some money too. Oh, whoopsie. Good old double clicked it. So now, the other thing that I'm going to have to be very aware of is confederations mean I don't necessarily have the best public relations, so I need to be a little bit careful of not having rebellions take place. Look at that. But at least I had... These guys are just all over the place with what they make sometimes. Demolish a building because I don't need 2 military chain buildings in one place. It's going to be a pretty cool battle though. Okay. Because these guys have sent their armies that way, I think they're actually coming back because he was hanging around here. Although sometimes these top knots and greenskin tribes are actually at war at the start, so if they haven't made peace, they could still be fighting each other too. But like I said, I'm just going to do a quick check of equipment on my lords and heroes. So yeah, I do have quite a bit of equipment gone. That effect is pretty cool. I'm going to keep that on. Hand weapon. You can have a sword of strike. You need talismans free? No. So you would have noticed different, what would you call them, notifications coming up as I've gone through the different tribes and different battles. A lot of those notifications are actually getting magical armor and equipment that just makes your heroes better. So they get followers, they get armor, talismans, shields, which give them sometimes really good advantages in battle. Like it's similar to an RPG in that they could get a common item, a rare item, super rare, like legendary item. That is all available. They even get banners, which is pretty cool. So these guys are not happy, so I'm going to be giving them a proper join your war.
Grave news, my lord. Word is spreading across the land of a dark power rising in the northern wastes. The armies of chaos are on the move. They surely plan to invade the world of mortals once again.
So, pretty much.
Prepare your defenses well, for the forces of chaos spare no one in their quest for bloodshed.
These armies are got very high level troops, and it is going to mean it's going to mean that the Empire is got no chance. The some of their allies have very little chance as well, aka Kislev. Kislev is going to not be happy. So I'm playing it a little bit cautiously. I want to bait them into attacking me, because if I went and tried to assault them with one army right now, I don't think I'd get the reinforcements. Ideally, I should actually be spending time down here. So we do have a brewery. These guys are happy with that province command. I do need a military province down here, more or less. We've already got a armory. Bit of stone miners there, so they're not really at risk when the Bjornlings arrive. So we will invest in making the overall income of this region better. I'm gonna max out this army. I don't know if I can do it this turn though. I'm gonna stick with quarrelers over thunderers in this army for now, purely because I want them with great weapons as I come up into the Bloody Spears territory. It just gives them a lot more survivability if they do get assaulted in combat. Let's march, which means these guys are going to be faster. They can't actually assault anyone when they're marching, and they're actually at a slight disadvantage if they get attacked. But we're gonna march on anyway. Next turn I need to spend some money giving them some fighty troops. Some up close and fighty troops. Greenskins continue to run. That's not good for them. Look, their war army has actually disappeared. One, because they got beaten in battle, which gives their fightiness meter a big disadvantage, and then they got trumped. Then they didn't fight anyone, so that also means that they go down. I really do need to corner them, but I also need to take Black Iron Mine to give my to resolve some of my grudges. Grunty Mingle, you shall be mine. You shall be mine right now. So settlements that are by seas or rivers, like big rivers like this, they automatically have a wharf, and wharfs are really good for generating income, and they can unlock a few other things as time goes by too. Ooh. I know I said I wanted to get them some combat troops, but I just don't have a lot of money overall right now. We shall start marching you back up. I really wish I could just smack these guys right now, but they're probably going to retreat into Kraken Ghoul or something like that. But as you can see, I am the vast majority holder of the Badlands. I need a spare army to settle Doc Kraz here to give me control of the whole province. I'll get there. Underway interception. Let's actually have a battle. This is just going to be fun because we're going to wipe them out very easily. So, in my experience, when you try to use an army and tunnel under another one, you have very little chance of them not intercepting you, and that interception is pretty bad, because if you're tunneling under an army, they're probably stronger than you, and if you lose a interception battle, all your troops die. All of them. So, this is why, whoops, I have a combat unit in there, but this is why I appreciate quarrelers with great weapons, because I know I'm going to get flanked. Dwarves are not a quick army. I don't have much options to stop myself getting flanked, and I have so many missile troops that it's just going to happen. See these cavalry units? Those are going to be the ones that flank me. I have so much artillery. I love artillery in this game. Oh, you know what? I'm going to try take out the Doomed over catapult one, because that thing is just annoying. There's a fawn in my side. I'm looking forward to seeing my first wave. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh man, and these are low experience, so once we actually have some experience here, they're going to do so much better. Oh yes. So satisfying. Oh, there's a flying goblin. Let's watch my quarrelers go. Good, I have one locked in on those wolf riders. Those wolf riders are actually really bad in combat, but it's still just inconvenient if they get the drop on me. Okay, so I need to charge these guys because I want to stop them getting into my back line. I'm gonna try leave one flanking unit. Boom. We will swap to hitting their missile units with my siege engine so I don't horribly mess up my own guys. Now let's have at it. Oh, Azag the Slaughter is a special character. Their archers are going to run very fast. In fact, their whole army is going to run relatively fast. And I even have a flanking unit, which is great. See, look at that. Man, Fulgrim is such a beast, even against another special character. Look at that. He is just destroyed as like the Slaughterer, but it's probably because I'm a pretty significantly higher level as well. Just, I enjoy battles like this, even though there's no challenge. I like having a chance to just watch the, like, kind of beauty of the graphics in this game. I love having this many troops combat each other at once. Okay, let's end this battle. There is no point. They are automatically going to die because they were tunneling under me and I intercepted them. See, that's the grudge thrower that was going after their artillery, but the other ones pretty much accounted for the majority of a unit each. And oh, we got some into some experience up on these guys too, which is good. Oh my, this is going to be apparently a more interesting one. That kind of green area is where the balance of power gets fuzzy. To be honest, I'm just looking at these. It's not going to be as much of a challenge as the computer is suggesting, so I don't really know why they rate it like that, but more than happy to have another battle where they just get wrecked. So this is a 40. I'm gonna stretch my long beards out a little bit. Put my lord in the middle so he can react to whatever flank they go up. So the thing about night goblins, which are the majority of the units I'm about to fight are, is that they are automatically hidden from you, so you can't actually see where they are, and there's something called vanguard troops too. So what that means is they actually have a chance to deploy right forward. My miners are vanguard troops, so I could deploy them right up here. There's not really any point, they would get smoked. That's just like a shock and awe unit there with their charges. So luckily, even with these units here, the night goblins are probably deployed around here, right? So my cannons will, fingers crossed, still smack a whole bunch of them. Wozog, the Great Green Prophet. Man, his spells are such long range. And it missed at that range, so no complaints there. Oh, these are squids. Squids are pretty funny. Look at that. That's a whole bunch of goblins riding what is essentially a giant mouth. They are like the pets of the Greenskin tribe. That is exactly what they are. Oh yes. Come on, cannons. Oh, devastating. Squids are actually really good. I am hoping I can take them out relatively quickly. And I hope that I can see these ambush troops relatively quickly too. Oh yeah, that's some spider riders. Okay. Normally I'd like to brace against something like spider riders, but that's just not going to be an option here. So Wozog isn't going to engage me because he is in fact a mage, but that's okay. I'll probably take damage, but not like terrible amounts of damage in this fight. Let's send these mining charges forward. Pump those dwarven legs! And that is the Shockany ore, which is... oh no, these guys are good night goblins. These are the top tier night goblins. So they are sending out something called fanatics, which are these whirly guys, which do an annoying amount of damage. I think that is the best way. I need to stop my cannon shooting. They are going to hurt my own dudes. Let's get some flanks in. The squigs are gone. That's nice. And Wozog is making a charge. God damn it, Wozog. Why are you charging my dudes? some of your missile units you have to be relatively careful of the angle of fire that they take, because they will hit your own troops. That's the other thing about Plunderers, is that can happen very quickly and horribly. No. So you can kind of see the difference. My normal strategy, of course, is to absolutely annihilate their general with my generals. Try get in an advantageous position to do that. Look at that, fanatics going straight through my dudes. Squig hoppers have returned, and now they're going to thank you, I don't want to deal with you. Let's get Wurzagans. See, like, for a sorcerer, he's actually really good, because he's actually proper strong in combat. My mining charge, blasting charge, sorry, miners have unfortunately had to find out today. Let's see if we can get a few good volleys into this, because it'll look pretty cool. See, the one good thing is they are devastating when they do get the drop. Uh-oh. You do not want your blasting charge guys to accidentally hit your troops. What are these guys? Why are they staying around? Why do goblins have better leadership than orcs sometimes? I don't know. But this unit doesn't seem like it's going to run away. Maybe it's a... oh gosh. Did you see that? The fanatics just clearing up a path. Oh, and they're still going. Oh. Oh. So they are pretty much there. They actually have something called madcat mushrooms, and what they are is mushrooms that make them do crazy things, but if you take too much, like fanatics do, as they suicide into your lines with whirling death, they will die, which is why luckily they time out. Ooh, those cannons, they did some damage. 101 kills from one of them. But just like that, the orc power has been broken. The greenskin tribes, they are very much not what they once were. Why is a vampire in the Badlands? You don't see that too often. Grudge successful. Oh yes, I love anything that's good for public order. Giving some even better benefits for fighting greenskins. Now we shall besiege Krat as
trespassers. Ready access.
So I would prefer to get my grudges down and surround Black Iron Mine where they're trying to build a new army, rather than straight away take Caracas. And the other thing that's happening, because chaos is now coming, their corruption is happening worldwide, so I might have to change some of my province traits soon. Luckily this one already has it, so the chaos corruption won't grow too bad. Some of them are on taxation benefit commands. I'm gonna need to change them. Which I don't like really want to do, but it's just something I kind of have to do.
The axe thirsts for war.
So what building do dwarves have to stop corruption? Slayer shrines. So I need to build Slayer shrines, which are really, really expensive. Surely there is another building which can help me. Apparently not. That's crazy. I have to spend 10,000 just to be able to reduce chaos and vampiric corruption. Wow. I'm just checking because I don't believe it. That is crazy. I mean, dwarves are naturally resistant, which is going to be helpful, but oh my gosh, 10,000 gold isn't something you come across unless I'm sacking settlements left, right, and centre.
Bring them!
Oh, there's a random greenskin army just tunneling through the middle of my territory. They're too small to really do anything, but it's like, oh, why are you there? Oh, it's not a vampire, it's a warrior of chaos. That makes a lot of sense. Warrior of chaos heroes just appear everywhere. I've never seen their armies get into the Badlands before, but you know, they've got heroes there. So my goal again is to really concentrate on getting settlements built up, which give me some money because I need it.
Slay oathbreakers!
This isn't a bad army, but this is another walled settlement, so I can't just crash into them like I want to. I'm gonna send this army down to help. What have I done? So the Badlands give you attrition, and I would prefer just to not get attrition and put them into a tunneling mode next time. Oh yeah, interlocking shields, that's great. Gonna research that. Make the majority of the troops that I field a lot better.
Yes.
So that's where that army comes. So this lone knight goblin boss ran out of Black Iron Mine before I could get to him.
Grudges will be settled.
Here we go. I'm settling a lot of grudges now. I'm back in a good for my health threshold.
Summon me if you dare.
And now I can come down here and help out with Karakazil. Because they're raiding my public order is going down, which I do not love. Is there anywhere? But at least for the most part, I've got a good spread of breweries. Let's go, people. Well, we knew that was coming. I actually really hope that they assault that settlement and don't wait it out. That'll be a fun battle. Assassination attempt. Oh, I hate it when they give me missions that resolve on heroes because I just don't use them.
For the wisdom of the layer.
So we'll put him in tunneling mode because then he won't get attrition, and we'll send him on his journey to
Let
Galbaraz.
us begin.
I can probably establish more trade routes now. That's something that I really should be
I declare war on them.
looking into.
For an honor. To glory. For the ancestors.
Getting a few, you know, a few more relationships
It is
put together.
time. The throng agrees.
Get to Mount Gundabad and get me that settlement. Okay, some diplomacy. So this tells me if I can trade. With that, because I have that dock,
Friends of the Empire, come.
you don't want to trade with me? It's rude.
Well met, dwarfs. What are your demand?
Who's gonna give me the best money? Definitely not Kislev. I should try establishing
Greetings.
trade with
We may
these
not
guys
be the Empire.
regardless. But boy, these southern rounds are notoriously annoying to establish diplomatic relationships with because they're kind of the I'd call them the minor powers
Friends
that
of the
just
Empire, come.
they just don't do very well. Maybe
Those seeking my counsel usually kneel.
start getting some relationships with a Carcassonne of the
Dwarves, I hope we can strike some petty grievance.
Bretonian realms. Wow, no one wants to trade with me. Oh, it's because it's my own fault. I
Welcome,
shouldn't have joined
oldest
that
friends
war
of the
with the vampire count again. I need to build up my steadfastness, the way the world sees my interactions. Right now, they don't think I'm very trustworthy. We can do that. I'll stop helping my allies with silly wars if I've had peace treaties. Oh! Now that will be a very interesting battle if that happens. So we have two big savage orc armies about to hit a small walled settlement.
For the wisdom of the layer. To battle!
Good stuff. I have Karaka's little back. I think that's another grudge settled.
Yes!
And I need those grudges settled.
Good. Grimnir's axe thirsts.
let's... Yeah, brewery's gonna be pretty important. I'll do a brewery first.
What?
Even though I want money more,
To war!
if I can leave that area without having to rely on having any troops there, in the long run, that's better for me.
For war. Bring them!
Oh, apparently this is a tough settlement, but once I have some more siege equipment, power should flip to me. The only reason I'm not assaulting, even though I probably will win right now, is because I don't want to really lose too many units from that army. If I lose units from that army, then my kind of assault in this area will just lose steam.
Let us begin the battle.
Oh, because so the settlement's pretty maxed out. They've got a bunch of Black Hawks, and those units are really good, which is why the balance of power is heavily against me. But if we do fight, if they sally out and attack me, I'm gonna smash them. I'm gonna smash them. They're not going to do very well.
What brings you down from your mountain hall?
Greetings from Sigma.
Yes, give me. See, look at how much money they would be starting to make, and I would be making. Just accept it. Just accept it. You're so close. Take my trade.
Greetings on behalf of the Empire. Now what brings you here with...
Take my trade. I have outgrown my capacity to build by quite a bit right now. Although I usually find that with the amount of armies I have right now, by the time I start pushing them up north, I won't really be building too many in the meantime, which is going to be good for me. Wow, I'm surprised they haven't assaulted down there. Money building. You must be losing happiness. People aren't as happy there as they used to be. I need to stop this period of chaos. I'm gonna have to give up some money, unfortunately, to do so. Because if chaos corruption spreads too badly, you unfortunately will end up suffering attrition in your own territory, which, as you can imagine, is just terrible, very terrible.
Send me to vengeance.
So they will be creating armies somewhere, the Greenskins, but if I can rush their settlements, I should be pretty solid. I didn't move them out of my territory yet, Fulgrim Grudgebearer, because I do want his units to recover as much as possible before then.
Fight.
I will put these in a encampment stance. The reason I do that is because it actually makes them slightly better in combat. I don't want to get stuck here. So let's auto-resolve this. Ah, So I put them in a camp to give me that slight advantage, and now I will send them this way. I need to build a beer hall and a money-making product on that side. I expect quite the battle there this turn. What are my... So I have cannon, a grudge thrower, quarrelers with great weapons, longbeards with great weapons, that's good. And then more longbeards, more quarrelers, and miners. So I'm gonna do a lot of damage if they do assault me, let's just say that. So quite nicely, Karak-Hern no, they're not Karak-Hern, who are they? Karak-Hydrin is coming down when they're here because we are allies. That little symbol up there tells me. I'll see, even though we can't see the armies themselves, those empty spots are where chaos are moving through. Whoa, we have a Kislev. This is a random game, I like it. Kislev might last slightly longer than normal, purely because they're all the way down here. Somehow.
Mighty Lord, the fates have surely selected you for greatness. Thanks to my guidance, your tremendous power grows, as if driven by some divine power. Your enemies tremble before you.
Go with the driver. Okay. So, I just managed to complete a whole bunch of... Oh! Greenskin Rebels. That is inconvenient because they are going to grow quite well there. So I keep making these because they give really good benefits to trade and like the region as a whole. So if they are going to be if I'm going to be making like income based settlements, that's for me something that's really good to build. Oh, I'm going to be able to recruit some really good units soon. Back up and crack. I need to upgrade some of these buildings, but that will come.
Let us settle this. The time demands war.
Okay, and I didn't lose anyone. That's good. It's like, you know what? I'm going to prioritize making money for once. I don't do it a lot. But I want to prioritize that so that I can build some good stuff. Just like I keep saying, that's really what's hamstringing me more than anything else right now. So many things to build. I'm just trying to fill all the settlements with actual buildings right now. So this place is going to be a money maker soon. Like I'm going to be raking it in. So what was it here? Well, both of them are going to be pretty good if I'm honest. So we are going to stack goodness upon goodness.
Grimnir's axe. The High King
Ooh, interception. Surprising. I'm gonna fight this one. Those trolls are gonna be really good. This could be a tight one. Let's do this! I didn't expect that. So they're coming from quite a way away though. Which means my cannons can get full damage going. As per usual, because of the way I've chosen to play, I'm actually going to move my guys forward a little bit so they get a proper range of fire. But I'm going to try smash the enemy from afar. Ugh. Mash one finger. I want to break you. They're a fast army with all their boar boys. And they're big boy boys, so they're extra big, which means extra fighty. Luckily, trolls have terrible leadership because they are very strong. I once made the mistake of making an entire army of trolls because that's all I could build in the particular province, and it did not go great. I'm going to prioritize taking those boar boys down because they are going to flank me.
Stop! Find your targets!
Woken up. Yeah. Oh, only half hour.
We've got a
That's something.
special guest. We have a special guest.
Let the vengeance begin! More of vengeance!
Get stuck into these guys.
For the ancestors! For the high-head! They have wronged us!
Not going well, unfortunately. Not going super good at all. One of my missile troops can get a very good bead. Give it to my guys, they're gonna fight to the last. Because that's just how the dwarves do. Close defeat. Close defeat. Like I say, not shocking considering the actual composition of the army. But this is a game where they're not going to last anyway. So I'm gonna start the construction of a new army to replace that one. Now? Has to be done. Let's go help them out because this rebel army is going to grow very quickly.
Attack!
So I kind of need to assault these guys because I do not have any turns left before they all die anyway. So I need to take them out. This will probably be my last battle before I put the stream to rest for the day. I'll be going and having some lunch, but we will be returning this afternoon. We'll be returning this afternoon with Lisa Jones, LL Cool J. She is going to be joining us for her first ever stream. And we are also going to be joined by a magnificent Andrew Pearson and Steve as we play Forza Horizon 4. That is going to be over across on our Mixer channel, so do keep an eye out there. It's going to be a good stream, actually, a really good stream. I'm looking forward to it. AP actually did join us and play Forza Horizon 4 the other day, and he really helped me understand the priority of some of the upgrades. So I'm retreating to this corner because I want my guys to live for as long as physically possible. Unfortunately, it means I'm not going to get some of the shots off with my artillery, but if they run, I want them to be intact because they will run to the settlement that I am going to have to defend otherwise. We already have Savage Orcs, big guns on Boar Boys coming in hot.
Nothing could stop me. Ready. Plow through. Got. Kill axe. Stop. Yes.
And my artillery is underway. Luckily, of course, with the layout of my army, I'm not going to get flanked this time.
This warp is fire. Vengeance.
Unfortunately, the biggest disappointment is because I'm assaulting out with a garrison force, I do not have a proper general. So this guy is going to do a lot of damage to me, and I have no easy way to take him out.
Grudge thrower. Yes.
I am very happy that overall my guys are in a pretty solid position.
Ready to serve.
These rangers are actually good in combat, but I'm just keeping them back to fire into these guys as best they can.
Move up. Kill axe. Grudge thrower. Fire. The next kill is ours. The colours are gone.
So I'm really purely looking at
Shoot the wizards.
holding these guys as long as I can, and hoping that that just does as much damage to them with my garrison troops here, of course.
Vengeance begin.
And that's why I held them back, because miners are not tough compared to a lot of other orc troops, so
Show us the target.
I needed to make sure that I had someone who could go in and help out those miners who are going to run very soon.
It is a reckoning. And kazoo. Take him down. Warrowers. I have you for the ancestor gods.
This is when heroes are very fearsome. And this is also when I'm happy that I have corridors with great weapons backing up my assault troops.
Warriors, withdraw. Yes. The clans unite.
So as you can already tell, I'm going to lose this, but I did it, I sallied out, the pure reason being so that I could at least do something with my guys. And my going to shoot into my own? You bet I am. I am all about just causing any piece of damage that I can. So they have smashed through my combat troops. They are in my rear. They are going to destroy my gate, and I've just not got the spear troops to do much about it. So I really just want to do the best I can to hold these guys for as long as I can and let my towers hammer them. I really wish that I had someone that could take on take on these heroes one-on-one, but that's not going to be. I will just enjoy watching these guys go down as much as I can. See, these guys over here are getting hammered because of the towers, and the towers have just ridiculously long range, which is why, amongst other reasons, I don't like to assault places on my own. In other Total War games, I don't mind assaulting settlements, but in this Total War, the way that everything is weighted, it's so much harder to assault them. But it's still relatively easy to defend. It's just even in times where you're going to lose, like in this situation, it's better to manually defend it because you will do more casualties than if you auto-resolve the battle. So always manually defend walled settlements. Don't worry so much in Warhammer Total War about manually defending normal settlements. It's another one that if it was another Total War, even in a village, you can kind of defend settlements differently. And the way it's different is oh, I forgot that I even had a grudge thrower. But they were shooting off on their own. Yeah, so in normal Total Wars, even defending a village settlement, you've got like roads which you can channel the enemy down, and that makes it really easy to flank them. So do that when you can. And my guys are running with nowhere to go. But see, like, look at how many they've got remaining now. These armies are just not a threat. So I do need to start a new army. Which is better for it? Soon I'll be able to upgrade this forge. So I'm going to start with the ranged units in this army because I will be able to